When I was in high school, I took a career counseling survey. After filling in umpteen bubbles, my results showed that my skills and personality were consistent with secondary education. I think I rolled my eyes a bit and said, ugh, I will never be a teacher. Luckily, after finishing college, I decided a teaching career didn't sound too bad, and it has been my passion ever since. When I first started my career, a teacher would never be seen without her grade book. Truly, it was a book with greenish colored spreadsheets where we hand wrote all of our student data. Fast forward to today, where technology is simply, and sometimes not so simply, woven into the fabric of learning. In the age of TikTok and TED Talks, Kayla Delzer, in her TED Talk, Teachers as Students and Students as Leaders, reminds us that students have more technological power in their cell phones than NASA had when they sent a man to the moon. In the past 5 weeks, I have been learning to harness that power in Dr. Aaron Brewer's Curriculum Integration of Technology class. One model, the TPAC model, reminds us that technology is the third leg of learning, along with content and pedagogy. Margaret Neese, Emeritus Professor at Oregon State University, explains, teachers who organize their instruction towards interweaving technologies for inquiry, communication, and collaborative actions are engaged in a systems pedagogical approach. Technology for drill and practice no longer fits the bill. A new train has come, and teachers need to jump aboard and hold on tightly enough to embrace the change, but loosely enough to continue to move forward as new technologies are introduced. Neese also says, shifting to a systems pedagogical approach requires that teachers relearn, rethink, and redefine teaching and learning as they know and learned it. Now I have to interject and say that teachers sometimes get a bad rap. At least where I've taught, teachers try hard to run student-centered classes, engage in inquiry, and allow students to create. But what I've discovered in studying new models of education is that I and my students need to embrace the change. In an era when new and improved presentation or engagement products evolve every day, my students and I need to embrace the fun of playing with these new technologies. Blogging, vlogging, digital storytelling, even social media help students process information deeply as they collaborate, create, communicate, and critically evaluate the information they've curated. As the last 5 weeks have shown, I need some grit to problem solve in an era of constant change, and my students will need it even more so. By creating assessments, first in our English classes, and then continuing from there, that support sustained inquiry, our students will learn to persevere. Using technological methods that extend the classroom, enhance learning, and engage students puts learners in the driver's seat, and I can act more as a coach. As students and faculty create rich content, students may begin to see themselves as contributors and influencers of their collectives. We'll be building 21st century skills my students will need beyond the Carmel Learning Center. As I said in my introduction to curriculum and integration of technology, I'm a public servant. I work for my students. My goals and methods need to propel them into their 21st century careers.